Welcome to another episode of Thoughtful Leaders by collegedindia.com. Today we have with us Dr. Sudhakara Reddy, who is the principal at Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management. Hello and welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to College Unity. Thank you for inviting me on this occasion to share my thoughts to your team and other audiences.
Yeah, so I would want to introduce you to our audience first, sir. Dr. Sudhakara Reddy has an experience of 35 years. He has a specialization in design and production engineering. He has done his PhD in mechanical engineering, MTech and MBA in human resource management. He has a total teaching experience of 33 years and has published and presented national and international journals at various conferences as well. He has also received Lifetime Achievement Award from Venus Foundation as well as Undi Ugadi celebrations in 2017. He has received Leadership Award in 2018 as well and has been nominated as University NSS Advisory Committee by JNTU Hyderabad. With a vast list of his achievements and experience, I am really glad to welcome you on this show, sir, with us today. Yeah, so
Thank you, Sakshi, for introducing me.
Yeah, so moving ahead, sir, I would want to know what is it that keeps you connected to this education industry, as you have an experience of 33 years. So, what is the major reason behind joining this industry?
Yeah, after my PG, I initially worked 2 years in industry. I learned the various practical problems and knowledge. Then I switched my career into teaching field. Right from the assistant lecturer post to assistant professor, associate professor to professor. At various capacities, I interacted with the various students in the faculty. At the same time, I used to associate with the organization for the sharing the additional responsibilities from the administrative side also, like taking the responsibility of NCC officer, and I served as an NCC officer, as a placement officer, and the board of studies member, etc. I used to the regular teaching. I used to support all the other administrative and academic matters that given me a lot of wonderful experience, which I am comfortably sharing my expertise for running an education institution like this. As a principal, from last 16 years, I worked in different colleges. Wherever I worked, I developed the organizations in terms of three factors. One is the students, another one is the faculty, and third one is the management's objectives and vision. Experience in the education, I personally feel we are satisfying the stakeholders of the organization. The stakeholders of the organizations are parents, students, so by satisfying the students' expectation by providing good education at the same time and providing good facilities for faculty and satisfactory requirements, same time satisfying the management objectives and vision and according to satisfy their goals, so that we can bring the institution into a center of excellence. In this direction, I used to work. Therefore, I have developed the organizations where I have.
That is really great to know, sir. Sir, we would want to know your leadership style.
My leadership style is the teamwork. Teamwork divides the work and doubles the success. At the same time, the delegation and decentralization of the power and following and monitoring and controlling the various activities, the right thing, doing in the right time, in effective and efficient manner.
That's really great to know, sir. So moving ahead, can you please throw some light on the curriculum of Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management as to how they are best suited for the industry standards?
Yeah. Right now, our institution, Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management, is affiliated to JNTU Hyderabad. And in this affiliated system, even though the curriculum changes is not possible. Even though it is a affiliated system, we introduced the various extracurricular activities in imparting the skills. We have the HITM policy, the student-centric oriented. What the students are expecting in addition to the regular curriculum, we provided student development center, other extracurricular activities, HITM floor, and various clubs like Toastmaster clubs and other initiatives like that. The students project were participating in EPICS, that is engineering projects in community service, which is a part of the Purdue University. We had an association with the Purdue University for the last 4 years. In addition to the curriculum which has been designed by the JNTU Affiliating University, we are encouraging the students to participate in all these extracurricular activities so that a student, by leaving this organization within a span of 4 years, he must be a full-fledged engineer with an outcome-based education. Starting from entering the first year, how he is leaving the organization with the full, full satisfaction and happy, and saying that I am an HITMite. I learned certain things in the academic matters as well as the other parameters. So with this, we are working, and once shortly we are on the edge of becoming autonomous in the next academic year 21-22, where we will have the opportunity to introduce wide variety of industry-oriented subjects based on the needs, and we have an efficient governing body, and those topmost persons, well-known persons are there in our governing body, and their inputs will become, will make our institution of an excellence with respect to the Southern Center of Excellences in Robotics, Center of Excellence in IoT, and recently ours is the first college in the state of Telangana. We have been recognized as the Arjuna State University Grand Challenge Scholars Program. Our institution will become a member so that we can provide more community-oriented projects and solving the society-related issues, where at the education level itself, the students are given the opportunity so that they will understand what are the people or the community people are facing the problem, how to provide a solution. In fact, the basic education of an engineering is to provide a solution to the existing problems. Therefore, the comfort of human life can be imparted. So, in this direction, our HITM curriculum is going to be made once it becomes the full-fledged autonomous. Even though it is not autonomous, we have many other parameters. So, what I told, like NSS and Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, where the students used to spend in the villages and collecting the data and giving necessary suggestions in terms of education, health, and particularly this Corona pandemic period also. So in this direction, we are training out the students.
That is really great to know, sir. So moving ahead, what do you consider as the strengths of HITM, sir?
Pardon me?
What do you consider as the strengths for HITM, sir? Strength.
The strength of our institution is our values, our mission and goals of our organizational policy. As I told you, it is a student-centric policy, and involvement of all the leaders in the decision making, and providing quality education, and making all the other additional training in technical as well as the non-technical, and good ambience and green building. Ours is the first green building in the entire country, and an ambient environment. So the students enter in the campus, or the parents will have a different type of feeling compared to other universities, other institutions. So this is our the strength and good governing body of the famous eminent people like in the who served as directors at IITs, etc. and organizational structure, and basically the policies and goals and objective of our Hitam board.
That is really great to know, sir, for Hitam being the, green building in the country, the first green building.
Yeah.
So moving ahead, sir, is there any message that you would like to give to the aspirants and tell them about Hitam that you think that they do not know?
Yeah, the students after intermediate generally they will have the confusion which branch they would like to take, either circuit branch or non-circuit branches, or sometimes based upon their parents' suggestions or their friends' suggestions, they are going to take a branch, a particular field. After joining the engineering, so they may feel, for example, if a student has joined in mechanical engineering, if after 2 years he wants to learn certain computer things, so we are making some major and minor courses in our academic curriculum, like the emerging technologies course also, a mechanical or electrical students also can learn so that the certificate can be given. Nowadays, these emerging technologies like artificial intelligence or machine learning or data science, the concepts are common, required in future for all branches of engineering. And accordingly, we are making our curriculum so that if any student is interested in this other programs also in the summer at the end of third year or at the end of second year as a certificate course they can study. So the students need not feel that I have missed an opportunity, I have missed the bus, whatever may be the branch of engineering. They have learned something in the academic point of view and other overall personal development, then definitely he will become a good engineer which is skills or is design thinking skills is one of the important points for any engineer. In this direction, we are making all our students are capable of in designing any particular object or product. So this is what my advice to the students before selecting any educational institution. So what are the strengths in addition to other regular curriculum? What is the strengths of the faculty? What is the other laboratory facilities, center of excellences? Like what I mentioned, we have Center of Excellence, Robotics Center of Excellence, IoT, Hitam Explore Center, Unnata Abhiyan, and Grand Challenges Scholar Program. Like there's so many other things like a buffet system we are providing to the students. What are the essential requirements? Accordingly, in a 24 hours time, the students can utilize all these activities so that he can become a full-fledged an engineer who is going to be useful to the society and satisfying all the outcome-based parameters.
That is really great to know, sir. So is there any message to the current youth of India, sir?
Yeah, the current youth, because it is a particular period from last year, from 2020, March 15th onwards, the entire educational issues are closed throughout the India, and this problem is common throughout the globe. So the people, the students and the faculty, even myself also, were learned these various online tools because of this corona pandemic situation. The time is never come back. Therefore, almost all the institutions and universities adopted online system of education. Therefore, I advise all these students as well as the faculty to adopt the various online platform techniques so that the content can be delivered to the students instead of wasting the time and waiting for the days of offline classes. I request all the youth not to digitally active, but don't waste much time on the digital, deviating from the regular activities, digital re-addiction. Suppose if you are using smartphones unnecessarily, leading to other unnecessary websites. Instead of that, what are the relevant required, you can go through it. Similarly, how to use effectively this online learning system, listening and making the observations, submission of the assignments in online, because there was no other way. The academic year is going to spend a lot of time being extended. So therefore, I advise all the youth, instead of wasting time, please concentrate on this or your lectures, teaching methodology, learn and see that the time being useful so that you can become a full completion of the syllabus and effectively achieving your degree.
That is really a wonderful message, sir. So I would like to thank you from the entire team of College Dunya for your presence today, sir, and sharing such wonderful insights about Hitam, sir. So
Okay.
thank you for your presence and your time, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sir.